glory unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Kodash. Want to give double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and also give peace, mercy, and blessings to all the hopeful elect. The true name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, which means He exists or He is to be. The true name of the Son is Yahushai, which means He is the deliverer, right? And we are the Hebrew Israelites. There's 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, Latins, Hispanics, we're those people that make up the lost 12 tribes, all right? The indigenous people of North, Central, South America, the islands, and also we're scattered all throughout the world, all right? It's not about skin color, it's more so about the seed line according to your fathers, all right? It's not a black thing, all right? And the one you ignorantly call Jesus, his true name in the Hebrew is Yahushai, which means he is the deliverer. We're living in the times of the second coming. All of the signs are there. The earthquakes are there. Earthquakes in Japan, 7.1. Earthquakes in Cali, 5.2. All right, volcano eruptions, man. Pestilence. You got the monkey dance. You got the sloth strain. You know, you got different strains of pestilences that are being released out there, man. You got to imagine it's called Center, for what control. It's Center for Pestilence Control. So they're telling you that they control the pestilences,
CDC. Tornadoes in diverse places.
Yep.
When you sent me in Buffalo, you
Yep.
actually knock some shit down.
You seen all these chariot sightings, I'll be putting them up in posts. Yeah. I had chariot sightings going down.
This is Luke 21. Luke 21 and 29. Luke 21, verse 29. And he spake to them in a parable. Behold, the fig tree and all the trees, when they now shoot forth, ye see and know of your own selves that summer is nigh at hand. So likewise, when ye see these things come to pass, know ye that the kingdom of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is nigh at hand. Right? It says God, but God is just a title that means power. So when you see these things, the earthquakes, the pestilences, like over there in the UK, there's a civil war because of the migrants that are coming in over there, the Muslims. And what are they doing? They're doing the same things the migrants are doing over there. They're forming gangs, taking over apartment complexes out there in Aurora, Colorado. You have these Venezuelan migrants took over the complex. And the Israelites that were living there originally, they're getting evicted. They're getting their shit put out. The migrants are being put in the place over there. They're being given thousands of dollars food stamps. I believe up to $5,000, $10,000 food stamps, man. $5,000 cash given to these migrants.
Yeah,
so
I saw that on African Live Sport Philip Scott show. One of his commentators did a video about that. She said migrant came in and he bought something, left a receipt. The receipt said they had $10,000 in food and snack benefits and $4,000 in cash.
So that's more than an American gonna make probably the damn year.
Right.
Then on top of that, you have homeless Americans. You have Americans that don't make $4,000 a month.
Exactly.
But you have people that have coming up here, mainly military-aged men. You did say it was a man, right?
Yep.
So he probably was of military age, which a lot of these men that are coming up through the border, they're military age. Meaning what? They can be used for war, and they will be used for war. You know, another recent event, you had these migrants posed as Amazon delivery drivers, and they ran in somebody's house. They're raping women. Okay, so these things are happening in your country. What's this going to lead to? Uproar.
They say they're doing that to incite civil war by giving these migrants and all that, so people can get jealous and be like, oh, okay.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's really, I was meditating on that. That's that evil eye. They want us to have an evil eye towards it was Asher and the Southern Kingdom, the Northern Kingdom.
Yes.
They want us to have an evil eye. Cause now we looking at like, fuck these Mexicans and El Salvadorians, but those are really truly our brothers.
Exactly, because a couple years ago you had what? The song with YG, fuck Donald Trump.
Yeah.
But now niggas are saying, oh, we need Trump, put Trump in office. Niggas for Trump.
Exactly.
There's actually a campaign where black people, they want to vote for him called Niggas for Trump.
Yeah.
You see, and the main reason why they want to put him in office is to get rid of the migrants, those so-called illegals. But really, this is their land. And those are the tribes anyway. So those are our people coming up here. Yahweh Shemel Shah is bringing them up here.
Yeah.
All right, some of them because they're going to be sealed as part of the elect, whether now or later, or whether they're going to be destroyed up here in the nukes.
Together.
We got a lady too we just hired. She from Venezuela. So that's they help her.
So yeah, the migrants, they out here, man. And I believe Rochester, New York is a sanctuary city. So
I see them every now and then popping up.
Yeah.
You can tell it's Mexican or something because they kind of short sometimes with that dark black hair.
Dark complexion.
Two of them walked by last camp. Remember two little guys walked by here? It was Mexican or something.
I've been seeing them all a lot too. I used to go to Aldi's. They be there at Aldi's in the late.
Or they'd be working out there in Brockport on the farm. Every time I go out somewhere in Brockport or Henrietta, they out there. They be in them work, them little pickup trucks, work. You can tell they farmers, agricultural, workers.
Hey, so we here,
Yeah.
because the same things that you see happening in UK is just going to reflect what's coming to the States. This is 2nd Esdras 9 and verse 1. Second Esdras 9 and 1, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it's the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So we're using the Holy Bible and the prophecies there and the signs that Yahweh Shah left us to measure the times. All right, which these signs are likened unto a woman in travail, birth pains, if you will. So you see volcano eruptions, tornadoes, hurricanes, Hurricane Debbie, flooding. All of these are birth pains. That's going to lead to what? The destruction of Esau and his wicked empire, and the birth of Yahweh Shai's kingdom, and the elect being joint heirs in the kingdom of Yahweh Shai. Okay, and eventually through that, the whole nation of Israel will be saved. 2nd Esdras 9 verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, like I just said, the 7.1 that hit Japan, that's a major earthquake. Anything over a 4.5 is major. All right, but now you see 5.2, 7.0, 8.0, Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, so that's why there's riots, protests, things of that nature, because that's the people in the uproar. Because why they uproar? Because they have wicked rulers over them.
Now you're hearing about Donald Trump going to jail. He might win the election. Be the first president to win the election. They trying to stir up the pot, though.
Yeah, they already tried to take him out. So you gotta imagine, it don't matter what happened to him, they could say, oh, well, they took him out. You know what I mean?
They said it was another shooting at a rally, another Trump rally yesterday.
Oh, wow.
That clown ain't going to. This is the land of criminals, man.
This a joke, man. The U.S. is a laughing stock to the other nations. I remember a couple of years ago, I believe it was Saudi Arabia. They had made, like a Saturday Night Live skit. You know how those shows have skits.
Yeah.
They had a skit concerning Kamala and Biden, pretty much mocking his country. So you have a female running, which last time you had Hillary up against Trump, but now you have Kamala up against Trump, twerking rallies, make America sexy again. This is a laughing stock to the other nations, man. That video you sent, well, I believe with the Koreans, men preparing for war. You have men preparing for war, but over here you got women running for presidents, man. Women in the military. Okay. This is Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. So who's the wicked? Esau, right? Because when you go to the book of Maccabees, it tells you how when these Greeks came into power, evils increased in the world. Matter of fact, I'll get that. You got a lot of Christians and vocab and other guys who just don't understand the scriptures. They always want to pull the Gentile card. Well, the Greeks in the New Testament, the Gentiles are Israelites. Okay? This is why you got to understand history. Like the apostles say, if you want to know the mystery, you didn't have to go into the history. This is First Maccabees. First Maccabees 1:9. I'll get to the point. So when you deal with the with the different empires, right? The Lord gave the prophet Daniel. He gave him understanding of what empires would come into power, dealing with Nebuchadnezzar's dream, because Nebuchadnezzar wanted to know the meaning of his dream, and that dealt with the different empires that the Lord will allow to reign on the earth. Okay, one of the last ones was what the Roman Empire. But then there's a second leg of the Roman Empire. But before that was what? The Greeks. And these are both Edomite kingdoms, Edomite rulership. So the beginning of Esau's ruling on the earth began with the Greeks. There's a saying what? Civilization started with the Greeks. First Maccabees 1:9. And after his death, after Alexander's death, right? Page 114, it says, they all put crowns upon themselves. This is why you have the king of the north and Daniel 11, and the king of the south, which will be Ptolemy, the king over Egypt, king of the south, and Antiochus, king of Assyria, king of the north. And then between that, you had Israel, and they were warring with each other. So Esau had kings too, right? But what made Rome different was through Jaffe, they introduced a Senate, Democrat, Republican, plebeian, patrician, which is what we have today now. Democrat, Republican, red state, blue states,
That's what they mean by the least of diverse from others. The other one had patriarch, whoever, if I died, then my son can come up next. It was like an outward kingship.
Monarchy.
Yeah, exactly. So like you said, they learned that from Japhet about the senates. You know what I'm saying? The government, like, you elect young to be the next whatever,
But then Esau came into power in Rome and took it over.
Took it over and took on the identity. And you ever seen that movie, The Body Snatchers? It's an old movie. And, that explains how Esau is. Because when it was like the aliens, they take over your body, and they take over your person, they take over everything once they inhabit you.
Culture vultures. That's what we call it today. Whitewashing. Just like nowadays, he claims to be the samurai, the Vikings, the Anglo-Saxons. He's every damn body. All the Caesars, which is why this new movie, Gladiator 2, got Denzel in it. Why is Denzel in the Gladiator movie? Because the Caesars were so-called black men.
Esau got a big problem with that. They actually was talking shit about the movie, not because the movie itself was a bad idea. They don't like the fact Denzel is portraying, one of the Caesars.
The Caesar.
Yeah. Anytime our people are presented somewhere in history when they think it was just all white people there, it's a fucking problem. Like with that that movie they did on Netflix, the Queen of Egypt, was it Sheba? The one they just did. They have a problem with, you know that was a Hamite, but still,
on,
person's problem.
Cleopatra. Well, she was an Egypt.
Yeah, she comes from the Grecians, right?
Yep.
Ptolemy.
Yeah, she was an Edomite. Cleopatra.
Yep.
But you know they portray her as an Egyptian.
Yeah.
They had a black woman playing it, and they had a problem.
And that point, that's off because Ptolemy, he Alexander, Egypt.
Yeah.
So Esau did rule Egypt at one point during that time. That was Esau. So
Right,
he's right about that point.
Yeah.
But the point with the so-called Black Caesars, that's Jake.
Yeah.
That's what they don't want to admit. That's why they call it the Dark Ages.
Yeah.
You know.
That's where you get the Septuagint. Hebrew scholars, to write
For the Jakes down there that believe, which throughout history you always had a community of Israelites in Egypt. During the Babylonians, when they came, you had a community of Israelites that went to Egypt. So our people have always fled to Egypt, which is why the scripture says, "Woe unto you that go down to Egypt for help." First Maccabees 1:9, and after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years. So many generations did they rule. Okay, and throughout these generations, our people became Hellenized through the process of time, which they came engulfed in the Greek culture. Gymnasium, which means gymnos, naked. Epispasm, reverse circumcision, the little hat that the 48ers wear today. That goes back to the Greek culture.
Homosexuality.
Yeah, if you look at the damn pottery, ancient Greek pottery is homoerotic.
Orgies.
It says, and so did their sons many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. It don't say that about the Assyrians, even though they're wicked too, or the Babylonians, or any of the Medes and the Persians. Don't say evils were multiplied. It say evils were multiplied during Esau's rulership, man. Just like now, because he is the border of wickedness, and when the wicked bear rule, the people are in mourning. This is why you have a steadily increasing homeless population. But meanwhile, the media is telling you that we're doing fine, the economy's bouncing back. There's tons of job creation. We created X amount of jobs this month, this quarter, this year. It's all bullshit. Everybody's out here mourning, man. Whenever you go on the internet, you see people sighing and crying about the bills they can't pay. Mainly these women. Because single woman, she got a whole damn house, and she can't afford to keep up with her bills. But she's too proud to take care of a man, so a man don't want her. Which that's a new thing now too. A lot of men are just like turning their back on dating, marriage, having families, because they see that the mindset of these women here is totally gone.
It seems like, my bad.
No, I'm saying that's the job of the media too, to land back on that what you were saying. They report in a false narrative that they showed you in that movie Running Man, when they put Arnold Schwarzenegger's face on the guy that killed all those civilians. But then when they dug deeper into the story, when the lady had infiltrated, the system, we found out that was a lie. They were trying to make it seem like, they was living good after they finished the race, but actually they was getting killed. They wouldn't let them out, they would kill them. So the media's job is to push forth a false narrative.
But that goes into, they was giving you a prediction of AI back then.
Yeah. Because AI voiceover, taking your likeness and putting it on someone else's body, so-called double F, or false what. Proverbs 29:2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. So this is going to happen when the Israelites are in rulership, man. When we get, Lord willing, we of the elect, when we get our new bodies, the crowns, and we're ruling with Yahushua, we're going to be able to govern the earth in righteousness according to the law, statutes, and commandments in this book. Okay, you're not going to have in our kingdom. You're not going to have women committing adultery in front of the man's house in his car. You know, because both of them would be put to death on the spot, instantly, insta kill. You know, but things like that happen in America every day. You know,
He was on those Newport extra cool because he let old boy go. He was like, yo, cover your face. He's like, yo, just get out of here. The average shit, he probably was, you know what I mean? Because he like, she ain't tell you about me.
right,
I mean, you know, if she did, nigga, was you gonna still not do it?
right. Most
You know what I'm
likely it
saying?
was.
Huh? More than likely, right? Nasty motherfucker.
Which it says jealousy is the rage of a man. So if he would have off both their ass, he could have got hit with a crime of passion. Right, that would have lessened the sentence. Right. Probably wouldn't have been a murder in the first degree.
Yeah.
But still, you know you can't really be a man here because Esau penalizes you for being a man. You know, because that's righteous according to the scriptures.
Exactly.
You know.
There's nothing wrong.
The book of Malachi, chapter 1, verse 4.
It's the book of Malachi.
Yes, Malachi 1 and 4. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. So you can liken this unto what? The Renaissance. You know, because after the 1,000 years, what? The deadly wound was healed. Which is why right now, where the ancient Roman Empire was, the NATO and EU sits. You know, which in America's modern day Rome. But they rebuilt it off the backs of the Israelites, man. And that's why Rev 17 says, I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints.
Yeah.
You know?
And I add to that, everything that happens here is done purposeful. There's nothing here by happenstance or happen chance. You know, just like how they built DC with the, what's that thing, the pentagram,
Yeah.
the streets is designed to shape like that, the obelisk. Everything is by design, even in certain words like MF. That was used in slavery when they had the son, Jake's son, after his mom. They put a bag over his head and make him have sex with his mom to produce more slaves. Everything here is by design, man.
It says, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. And they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua had indignation against forever. So that's righteous anger. So the more Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated, man. The most I hates Esau. He hates his pride, his arrogancy,
His guts.
you know, how he treats the earth. You know, the chemtrailing. You know, every time it rains, that helps push the damn chemicals down. And then you get sick. You know, you get runny nose, itchy throat, muscle aches.
Turn
Then,
violent.
then that shit goes and turn violence. You know, fucks with your mind, your psyche. Then that gets into the plants, into the soils and the crops, which then goes into the food, which then the animals eat that, and then that goes into humans, man. Next thing you know, people are sick. You know, you have a lot of people that took the jump shot. The guy a couple weeks ago, he took 3 of them. You know?
That's why they call it acid.
See, he bugged out his fucking mind.
This is back in Luke 21. Back in Luke 21 and verse 29. And he spake to them a parable. Behold, the fig tree and all the trees. When they now shoot forth, ye see and know of your own selves that summer is nigh at hand. So, liken what's happening on the earth into a fig tree, you see it sprouted, the leaves are shooting forth, earthquakes, pestilence, you know, droughts here, famines. That's another thing we can't forget about, man, because scripture says a lot of people are going to starve for lack of bread, all right, and through that starvation, they're going to get desperate, okay? Now the desperation, they're going to commit what? Cannibalism, you know? So likewise, when you see these things come to pass, know ye that the kingdom of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua is nigh at hand. So the kingdom is nigh, man. So it ain't time for us to be down or wavering, on the fence, you know. You don't know if you want to come in this thing or stay in the world, It's over for this place, man. The fashion of this world passeth away,
And you know what sign for that is so true that it's at 10 years before 2020, shit was somewhat kind of normal, right? Now it's going to advance into this high ass interest rates, inflation, shit at an all-time high, homelessness, it's crazy.
Adultery, homosexuality, the weird weather, the harp.
Yeah. It was all good just a decade ago.
You know what? Once on social media, that increased in culture. All that stuff. And then when social media became more, remember MySpace thing was still kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? When Facebook came in, and all that shit started to flux.
It says the Wiseman Daniel.
Yep.
So when the knowledge increases,
Wicked increases.
Exactly.
This is back in Luke 21 at verse 32. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass away till all be fulfilled. A lot of our people, man, you're telling me, they ain't gonna happen in our lifetime. They've been saying that for hundreds of years.
I just got that research. I told my cousin about you saying this. I ain't gonna happen in my lifetime. I said, what? I said, that's clear that you're gonna get caught up.
Right.
You said that, I already know you, bro.
That's why the Lord's coming as a thief in the night.
Right.
But
that's a perfect setup because you got comfortable, you got lax. You thought, this shit been going on forever. It's not never gonna happen. What they say, peace and safety. Sun destruction.
You and your security. Sun destruction.
This is Ezekiel 12 and 21. It says the judgment shall come soon. It's called Loyim La Yahweh Shem Yahushua. I'm tired of this place, man.
This is on script Ezekiel what?
12 verse 21.
Yeah, I'm tired of this place.
Which you could imagine, man. The apostles, they've been 30 plus years. So they seen decades, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, 2010s.
The Lord put a heavy spirit on me, so my last time.
And now we're in 2024. The fuck, I remember coming in a couple years ago. I didn't think we was gonna, make it this long. But no man know the day of the hour. Because we're in the spirit of hastening is coming. Then once you get more grounded and seasoned, you understand, okay, well, when I see this prophecy, then I know, we're pretty much in World War III, but it's not going to happen until it can't happen because of our temptation. That prophecy has to be fulfilled. People got to take that charagma. So when you see that happening, okay, World War III ain't too far from happening, which then in the midst of World War III, Yahweh Shai is going to return. You see, so that's how you measure the time,
Ultimately, everybody has to be tested. If I said, like brothers have said in the past, if they knew the Lord was coming back today or tomorrow, everybody will be getting right. Everybody be on their best behavior. You know what I'm saying? So, it's a test. He that endureth to the end. The same shall be said.
Because, just like what you just saying, like about ramen got to come. A lot of people gonna take that chip because they gonna feel like this is gonna be the new thing. It's gonna go on forever. That's in their mind, but not knowing once you take that, then boom, nukes flying. Here, chariots coming. Here, you know,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I said knowledge and stability in the course of my time. Because they're not gonna know. They just gonna do it off of fear and think this is gonna be the new way. Even though they gonna know what it is, they gonna be like, yeah, but this gonna be the new way. This gonna be the new currency.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to all just get down with it. This is what, but not knowing.
Well, it's the old saying. A lot of people won't believe it until they see
See
it.
it.
That's just how hard-headed some niggas is. Man.
Well, empires they rise and fall.
Right.
Like I was watching YouTube, right? The ads come up. I forget what company it was, but it says, just like empires, cash, inflation rises and falls, something to that effect.
Yeah.
But they're telling you. So this empire, it had a time where it rose, and now it has a time where it's going to fall.
Exactly.
So no empire lasts forever. Ancient Rome did not go on forever. It's a time where, okay, this kingdom had to end. Okay, the Anglo-Saxons, the monarchy in Europe, there's a time where Jake was ruling, but they had to be taken out of power. Kingdoms rise and they fall.
Every time a great war comes, there's always some new currency arises at the same time. Like currency, the monetary money system.
So I'll keep reading here. This is Ezekiel 12 and 21. The judgment shall come soon, and the word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai came unto me, saying, Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying, the days are prolonged, and every vision faileth? Tell them therefore, thus said the Lord power, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel. But say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision. So this is what we are here to proclaim. We're proclaiming, prepare war, proclaim ye this to the Gentiles. I just read an article about the ties are deepening between Russia and Iran. So the bond between Gog and Magog and Persia is getting stronger, which that lines up with what? Ezekiel 38. First Nation, it shows you what Gog and Magog is Persia, man. Okay? Which modern day is called Iran. And that name was changed to Iran in 1935. So recently. Not even 100 years ago, right? Because we're in 2024, It says, for there shall be no more any vain vision, nor flattering divination within the house of Israel. For I am Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. I will speak, and the word that I speak shall come to pass. It shall no more be prolonged, for in your days, O rebellious house, right, like it says in the New Testament, I'll read it again. Back in Luke 21 and 32. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass away till all be fulfilled. So this generation that's on the earth right now, Generation Z, Generation D for generous, man. All these different alphabet people, transformers. This is really their world. We're men are hiding themselves, man. Every time I go on the internet, it's a women complaining, men are complaining. But what men are doing is they're checking out of society. They're just staying in their lane. Make time, men going their own way. That's because you're understanding that this world hates men. Real men that actually have integrity, patience, knowledge, wisdom, a passion for the Creator. You're hated here, man. Especially if you're standing for something righteous, you're hated. It's a reason why certain members are going to be apprehended and beheaded. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 8. And verse 1:23. 2nd Esdras 8, verse 1. And he answered me, saying, The Most High had made this world for many, but the world to come for few. So this world was made for demonic ass women. They get the most benefits and luxuries of the society. Going with the WIC, the child support, the food stamp, the alimony, you name it. This world was made for sellout niggas, man. The Diddy's, the Kanye's, Busta Rhymes. Which every time you look around, there's some information coming out how these artists are being exposed for freaking off with other men. Artists you would never think of. You know what I mean? You're like, damn, him too? But really, you can't put it past them because what? They're in that lifestyle. They're in that limelight, man. They went through those doors. But then you have those one-hit wonders, and you gotta think, well, those guys, they probably, didn't want to go that route. Maybe they did. Maybe they just don't want to be on the scene. But hey, this is a wicked ass world.
Can you read that first part over you read again? What did it say?
Yep. 2 Esdras 8 verse 1, and he answered me saying, the Most High had made this world for many, but the world to come for few.
Wow. So what's that script that kind of counter or balance that? It says many are called, but few are chosen.
Yep, that's in Matthew.
Yeah. So that sounds like the flip to that.
Yep. Which Lord, right now we're called, but we're out here showing our faith, so that Lord willing we're chosen. Because the Lord said, I believe, when the Son of Man comes, shall he find faith on the earth? He's going to find that in the elect. Because those are the ones that are going to trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushai when shit hits the fan. Because this ain't our world. Just like Yahushai told Pontius Pilate, if this was my kingdom, my servants would fight. So he understood that this wasn't his world. So we accepting that too.
That's why I was sending that video in the chat. I don't know if y'all watched it with inspiration, motivation, about the 144,000.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was going into I guess he was watching something, and the dude that was narrating about the signs, the attributes of the 144,000 was saying that, like how the 140 ain't gonna fit in. They're gonna be black sheeps and outcasts that people ain't gonna take to them, like gonna be treated like using the world. You didn't really fit in with
wasn't with the
chicks. Yeah. Like people look at you different. Like, man, different.
He's never really accepted here.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's a spiritual thing. Like other people, your cousins and shit. It may be accepted, but then you is like people treat you weird. Or they shun you. You
stick out like a sore thumb. You ain't with all the abominable things. Like, nah, I ain't with that. I ain't doing that.
It's like a collage. You ever seen back when we was little kids, like a collage of pictures, and they always tell you to pick out something that don't fit.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like pick out something that don't fit in that picture. Like, that's us. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's the brother from the Beloved camp in California.
Yeah. Inspiration, motivation.
I was watching the camps video. I'm gonna go back and check it out.
I had to watch that twice. That's motivational. You be coming up with some inspirational videos, man, that put you in the spirit.
This is verse 2. I will tell thee a similitude, Esdras. 2 Esdras 8 and 2. I will tell thee a similitude, Esdras. As when thou askest the earth, it shall say unto thee that it giveth much mold whereof earthen vessels are made, but little dust that gold cometh of. Even so is the course of this present world, right? You can find rocks, pebbles, sand, dirt, anywhere. It's hard to find gold, man. That's what King Solomon was talking about. He said, of a man of 1,000, I'll just read it, He said, I found one, righteous man, but a woman, I ain't find none of them.
That's sad. That shows you a lot of these women wicked, man. They ain't got no wisdom, because they always say, you got simple niggas say, well, women mature and smart. No, they not.
Look smart.
I mean, they smart on, just like Elder Malcolm said, they smart on things they focus on what they know how to do. All around, you know what I'm saying? They not.
They don't have wisdom.
Yeah.
Because they're not logical creatures. They're emotional and denial. This is why they get along This is why they get along with Esau so well. 'Cause Esau's all about the now. You know.
Well, women are natural followers, so men are meant to lead. So of course they're gonna hold themselves to whatever it is that not only helps them gain power, but they're attracted to power. So whatever enables them to have some sort of power, then they'll roll with it. You know what I mean? Like, you ever seen like somebody agree with you while they're in front of you, but then when they're around somebody else, then they agree with that person, but it went against what you just fucking said. Like, yo, you just the fucking,
you're not loyal to nobody.
Yes.
You're not loyal to nobody.
Right.
You're jumping around. See, but that's going to happen with Isaiah 4:1, Jacob's trouble. Because when people really think there's some power, when their money ain't saving them, when they in all fucked up situations, they're going to come to the man of the Lord, that now they're going to jump on the bandwagon. Hey, you was telling the truth, man. I know it, like, nah, stay over there. Hey, too late.
That's the doors of mercy closing, man. The Most High going to turn his face, and then they say, what, in their affliction shall they seek me early. You know?
Gonna laugh at you.
You know? This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 27. Behold, this have I found, said the preacher. Another word for preacher is what? The prophet. You know? So in Solomon was the prophet. Yahushua came on the scene, he said, what? A greater than Solomon is here. Showing you what? Reincarnation. Re meaning back, incarnate in the flesh. You know? Ecclesiastes 7 and verse 27. Behold, this have I found, said the preacher, counting one by one to find out the account, which yet my soul seeketh, but I find not. One man among 1,000 have I found. One what? One righteous man. So that's like searching for gold. You will find a lot of dirt, mold, you know. You won't find the gold. Gold is hard to find, you know. It's the same thing with the members of the elect, because we're not out here for everybody, you know. Only the elect are going to get this, you know. It says, which yet my soul seeketh, but I find not. One man among 1,000 have I found, but a woman among all those have I not found. So none of these women. This is when Israelites were in power. Would you say women are attracted to power? You know, this is Solomon saying this, man. They did an experiment. Right. One of the most powerful, wisest kings to ever do it. He said, I don't have no righteous woman, man. You know?
I think out of the whole scripture, he's the one that had the most wives and concubines.
Yep.
So you talking to Hugh Hefner. You're talking to Hugh Hefner telling you.
In righteousness, though. In righteousness.
You know what I'm saying.
Right. Because
you talking to the man.
Because they were his wives and concubines.
Yeah.
You know?
So he knows the spirit of a woman.
A ladies' man.
The mind.
No, I do this. I deal with these women.
But it's just like the apostle said, it makes perfect sense, because they put these women to think like men, but really a man should think like a woman. You know, because what? To catch your ass, man.
Right.
You know, that's why the scriptures gives you the mind of a woman. Yeah. She gonna eat and wipe her mouth clean. She gonna act like she didn't do shit. You know, so really you gotta think like they ass, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Doesn't the scriptures liken wisdom into a woman?
Yep.
Sophia?
The old saying goes, to catch a criminal, you gotta think like a criminal.
Yep. There you go.
That's the reason why we're gonna be the ultimate judge, because we had to know wickedness and evil.
Right.
So when we get into the kingdom, we're gonna know, like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how Judge Mathis. He was, Judge Mathis.
Street dude.
He was a street dude. So that made him a perfect. That made him a perfect judge.
Oh, that's a perfect example, man.
Yep.
Damn.
He was around.
He grew up. He had humble, rough beginnings, like most Jakes do. But then he became that's spiritual. That's very spiritual.
Yeah. That's why Esau, he ain't a good judge, because most of them judges ain't, they can't.
They ain't been through shit. They've been had that silver spoon their whole life.
Yeah. Right.
You know, you ain't really fit to judge people.
Yeah.
He basing his judgment off having a bad day.
Yeah.
You know, his wife upset with him. You know.
Right. I mentioned that years ago, it was this lawyer that he was like prosecuting motherfuckers and sending them to prison for X amount of years. And then he got caught up in some type of white collar crime, and he took his ass to prison. And he was like, damn, I didn't know a year was this long inside prison. Because the years,
Time.
1 year slows down in there, man. It's like you in that bitch for 3 years. 1 year is like 3 years, motherfucker. You gotta take time to adjust to that. That's why they say, what? If you don't take nothing out of prison, it's gonna teach you patience.
Yep. Shit, one week is like 3.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how we in this prison. It feel like a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And once we get in them cherries, it's gonna be like, damn, it was just yesterday when I was just complaining about taxes. And
Right. I was working 50 hours a week.
Right.
You know, I was,
I was in high school.
had to fix my car every time, fucking car troubles and shit. Woman problems.
It's gonna be like, it's gonna be a breeze.
Bad dream.
Bad dream.
Scripture literally calls it a bad dream, man. You know? Back in 2nd Esdras 8 and verse 2, I will tell thee a similitude, Esdras, as when thou askest the earth, it shall say unto thee that it giveth much mold, whereof earthen vessels are made, but little dust that gold cometh of. Even so is the course of this present world. There be many created, but few shall be saved. Now, that's the elect. Lord willing, we'll be part of that. You know, because there's many people that are created, but they're enjoying the wickedness of this place, and they're not. They love it. They love to have it so, man.
Yeah.
They don't want it no other way. You know.
I heard some people say, I like it here. I heard people say that. Like, yeah. I'm like, what?
They say they prefer darkness instead of light.
Yep. There we go.
They prefer it. They can be converted or whatever else. Ungodly things they do in the dark behind
Right.
closed doors.
Right.
Before I became the truth, I didn't like it here. I don't like this. This shit didn't feel right.
Right. What it says, the spirits of the prophet, subject to the prophet. So somewhere when you were younger, you already had a different path you were going. Like when I was younger, I already was attracted to certain things that other motherfuckers wasn't. Like I was into science, I love science, I love nature, you know what I'm saying? You know, I love my other little sports and stuff like that, but it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't no nigga shit, you know, no bangs, bullshit.
Ezekiel 12 and verse. Back in Ezekiel 12 and verse 25. For I am the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall no more be prolonged. So when the Lord says pestilence is coming, we see it here. You know, the monkey, you know what? You know, imagine whole city start breaking out with that shit, man. They're gonna have to downlock this bitch again. Which you know, let no great calamity go to waste, man. You know, let no crisis go to waste. So they're going to capitalize it off of this time. You know, putting people on house arrest. You know what I'm trying to say? And they're gonna start giving people that see him, man. You know?
I think that's where they might usher that. Trying to usher them through that way. I was thinking they was gonna do like a major blackout and then cause chaos, then calm it down and put chips, stop chipping people. But that, for them to implement the chip, it have to be society still going on. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's a blackout, people scattered, it's gonna be kind of hard to get people to submit to that. So it got to be something still going on. You know what I'm saying? Like
well, they just did the test run.
Yeah.
With the jump shot.
Yeah.
See, they were saying in order for you to go to work and make a living, to buy and sell, take this, you know what I'm saying?
Get this inside of you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So the people that took that, they're gonna be more susceptible or more willing, you know, to putting a seed up inside them, especially to the idea of convenience.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have to carry a wallet anymore. My keys, my medical information, my driver's license, my social security card, birth certificate. People lose these things, and you have to go through hell to get a new one. You know,
that just dawned on me too, because the monkey or
The MP.
P.
M dot.
Yeah, the M dot P is contagious. So it'll be right for them to send out the chip. This is because why? Because you touch the money and that money transfers to somebody else, and then that's the way they're gonna use that to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which they did that during the 19 too. Which during the 19, it did away with the mom and pop shops, middle class, but also, if you notice, more things went cashless, right? Now you might ask people, do you have change? They will say, well, I don't really carry cash like that, because most people aren't. You know, they're paying with credit cards or debit cards. That's a new thing, business credit, things of that nature. People not really carrying cash like that, man. You know, even I went to the damn laundromat. In the laundromat, you can use tap pay. You can use your card now on the machines. You know, that was unheard of a couple years ago. You got to go get some quarters. You know.
I know when I go to the store, I be using using my card. They'll be like, "Oh, you ain't got tap pay." Like, it ain't gonna be that.
Yep.
Like,
which it shows you that on Gray State, that movie, Great, which really is just a trailer.
Yeah.
But really, that trailer is all you need, man. There's another movie too. I don't know if your brother's seen it, but you should definitely check out. It's called Six: The Mark Unleashed.
I see that.
That jump is powerful, man. It shows you. You know, it shows you the sea camps, the beheading, the MARK. You know, this is what this is all leading up to. And just like the apostles say, that's the Most High's chip. You know?
It makes sense.
This is Ezekiel 12 and verse 26. And the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel, which are wicked ass people, they're the main ones in the spirit. Oh, we don't know when this ain't gonna happen in my generation. They really believe that. You know, so they're blind to the fact of damn, World War III is here. You know, Civil War could be coming to the States. Now you do have some of our people that get on TikTok and but it's all bullshit. They may make some things, the brother may make a video out of, but they don't know shit, man. You know, people just get online and start babbling. You know,
they get it. They see in the eye of that protest. Because most of them, conscious, black, revolutionists and all into that. So they looking at it through that perspective. They may touch up one scripture, but they views as what you call it, Pan-African and all that.
They don't have the understanding. You know, which is why a lot of women, you see these goddamn women online talking about the Book of Enoch. You know, but how you skip over the Bible and go right to the Book of Enoch, but you didn't even read about Enoch in the Bible? You know, you notice they never really deal with the scriptures. They deal with some other book or many other books.
Well, that's the Lord rejected. It's really the Lord rejected. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It would be a stumbling block to them, like King David said.
Which there's a new movie called The Watchers, which is supposed to be a horror movie, which I want to check out, which they're saying that's the fallen angels, but they don't understand the breakdown of Genesis 6, on how angel means messenger, we're fallen. You know, I've said you're gods, but you shall die as men. That's us. Even what we're doing now, sons of God, Israelites. You know? Ezekiel 12 and 28. Therefore say unto them, thus said Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, there shall none of my words be prolonged any more, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, said Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. So it's going to happen in your generation, man. All the signs are there. You know, like there's signs of what? Women cheating. You know? You can't ignore signs, red flags. You see? With our people, they got a spiritual torpor on them, which is a deep slumber, man. You know?
2 Thessalonians 2:11. He said, "Put strong delusion."
Matter of fact, get that, please. This is Romans 13 and verse 11. While you're getting out, I'm going to read this. This is Romans 13 and verse 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, The word there for sleep is hypnos, which means a spiritual torpor or slumber, which that's what our people in. You got it. You got it, bro.
All right. The book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2, verse 11. And for this cause, Yahweh should send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie.
So a lot of our people, you believe in the system. You believe your vote matters. You believe a lot. Okay. You believe that the prophecies ain't going to come. You believe you got a strong delusion over you. All right. You believe that the society is going to continue. That taking the chip, is going to equate to salvation. That's strong delusion. How a lot of our people don't even believe the mark of the beast is what we say it is. That's a strong delusion. You might believe it's embargo or sin or anything else other than what we're saying. That's a delusion.
You got some simple Jakes be saying, oh, you already got the chip. It's in your
Cell
credit
phone.
card, your debit card, your cell phone. So they tracking you right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But they don't understand it's going to be in the spirit. Because why? They want to take over your spirit. They want to control you. They want to hack into the spirit. So while you're doing that, you bound out to them instead of Yahweh washing outside. And I'll be like telling them, I say, okay, then that's the case. Then when they come up, then you're going to take it. Right? No, I'm not going to take it. Why not? You say it's not the market for you. That's going to be the new way of currency.
Which when you go back to that movie 6, the Mark Unleashed, it shows you how the people that took the MARK, they had their memories wiped.
Yep.
They showed you it had to be a conscious decision, meaning something that you willingly did.
Yeah.
Which they're going to use fear tactics to to try to make you do that. And also they're going to use what? Torture.
Doesn't that go into the hour temptation?
Yep.
Because that's what I was gonna say. That'll be cheating. That'll be them forcing it on you if it was already inside. Like, I mean, that would be no conscience. It don't make sense, Jake. That's what I'm saying. They don't never bring it all the way home. It's not a well-rounded argument. It's some bullshit.
It's really a cop-out.
Yeah.
You already got the shit, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they got nanonight technicians. You drinking water, they put it in your water in your food. You feel like Jake be trying to be deep, man.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, okay.
Right. It's too deep to
Sleep, you know?
Yeah.
How they said the lights on, but nobody home. Word.
Yeah.
Satan up there.
Right.
Demons.
Guys be kicking. You know how they say it? That's real. Kick back and wax. He wax back.
Yep.
Kick back and wax back.
Yep.
I like how you said that word for sleep, hypnos, because they're under a spell.
Yep.
People are under a strong spell, the witchcraft, shit on TV, the subliminal messages, the marketing, McDonald's, yellow, red, hungry, you know what I mean?
They live.
Yeah.
You put the glasses on, which is the Holy Spirit. You can now see the eye self. The scripture calls it eye self, which is what we have. So we see how these people got spirits on them,
Yeah.
subliminal messaging, prophecies, all of that, man. Then we try to put the glasses on them. They fight your ass.
Right.
There's a whole 20-minute fight scene between Rowdy Piper and the Jake, man.
Jake, that's the prophet trying to get Jake to see what we see. That's what I caught that. I said, yeah, it makes sense. I said,
20 minutes. I'm watching this show. I'm like, yo, this shit is really a 20-minute fight scene.
Yeah.
That's showing you the struggle. Because you got to think, we about the foolishness of preaching. Most I had is men out here for decades.
Yeah.
So you in the Dragon Ball Z, right? Remember the story of Bardock? Remember when the alien dude put the spirit of prophecy in his head?
Yep.
He went back to Vegeta, playing to Vegeta, trying to get his people.
Yep,
Like, yo,
yep.
Frieza's coming.
Yep,
And he
yep.
was like, yo, Frieza's coming. He
Yep.
gonna destroy you. They was like, man, what is
Yeah, that's Jake. That's Jake.
Yo, like, come on. He's like, fucking no. Bardock. No. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing.
But that's like 70 AD.
Mm-hmm.
Because then they got scattered,
Mm-hmm.
became Gentiles,
Mm-hmm. Got his way. He lost his same heritage. Like, it became cool.
Yep.
Planet Earth.
Yep. You can link it all back to the scriptures somewhere or another, man.
Yep.
This is Romans 13, just like the Lion King with Simba. Became a Gentile, hanging with Timon and Pumbaa. He's the whole damn king with a whole pride, but you know, that's Jake eating bugs with the goddamn boar. You know,
Slop. That was slop.
this is Romans 13 and 11, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than we believe. Call Allah Yahweh Shem Yahushua. This only means one thing to the hopeful members of the elect: salvation, redemption. All right, which when going back to Luke, the word there for redemption is apolytrosis, which means the deliverance or ransom. You know, which Yahushua gave his life. Yahushua was the ransom for our deliverance. You know, Luke 21 and verse 28. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up, which that's the spirit. We're in the spirit of looking up. They got a movie called Don't Look Up, but the scripture tells us to look up, man. Because we're not dismayed at the signs of heaven, right? We're not dismayed at shooting stars, meteorites, you know, blood, moon, solar. We're not dismayed at that. We know those. Right.
What are you?
Right. Right.
I used to be on that tip too. Like, I used to be hard on that. Like, man, you a Gemini? I used to be hard on that.
Our women are in that shit.
Yeah,
Heavy.
in that hard.
Yeah.
That shit is terrible, man. You know, I don't understand that shit. I was never, man, that shit don't make no sense to me.
Right.
You know, never did.
And like we was talking last night, they the witchcraft, they a cursed thing. Like I was telling the brother, like, you know, like how, like, you know, you get with a certain woman and then things start happening bad for you, start losing shit. Like the brothers from Job, the brothers, the elders from Connecticut say, like, yeah, the Lord said, don't bring the cursed thing in your house. That opened my signal. I never looked at that scripture like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It makes sense, because every time I got with a woman, it'll go good for a minute. Then after a while, I start losing shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, why did this happen to me? You know what I'm saying? Like, shit going bad, my finances going down, I start losing this, I start losing things that I used to do, and it just...
Well, you know who that happened to on a world scale? Andre 3000. When he got with Erica Badu.
Oh, wow.
It was like, wow, like he turned into this
weird
guy in the forest playing the flute.
Yeah.
You know, because he went from a prolific Atlanta rapper, now he on it. Like right after he got with her.
Yep.
Is that not a coincidence?
Same thing with Common.
No.
Common dealt with her too.
Yeah.
Look what happened to him. He was wearing out.
And she had babies damn near by all of us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
And she into voodoo and witchcraft.
Yeah.
Heavy. You know, but just like you said, bring not the cursed thing in your house. These women are cursed.
What's that movie, The Box? Remember that movie, The Box, years ago? When they went to a yard sale and they bought this box that it had a curse attached to it. But that box they had bought from the yard sale, it looked like an antique, but it had curses. It had a demon in it. And they brought it in the house.
Is that
The Box.
okay, that's the name of it? Okay.
It was like years ago. It was 5, almost 10 years ago.
There's another movie, Annabelle, like that, but it was a doll.
Yeah.
You know, so objects could be cursed. People could be cursed.
Idols.
Woman.
Yeah.
You know?
But if the scriptures tell you that the Lord giveth a wicked woman to a wicked man. Wasn't it something like that?
Yep. Which is why it says, if she don't do what you say, cut her off.
Yeah.
You know? This is Luke 21 and verse 28. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. So what things? Well, we just talked about them, but now we're gonna kind of read about them. When you go up in Luke and start at 7. Luke 21 and verse 7. And they asked him, saying, Master, but when shall these things be? And what sign will there be when these things shall come to pass? So that's really the golden question that you should ask yourself. Well, when is this going to happen? Because we hear us talk about the nuclear destruction, which the nukes are in the Bible. They're called arrows. You have ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missiles. Those are in the Bible. All right, America's Babylon the Great is going to become the lake of fire. You're not going to die and go to hell. Hell is a condition of suffering. So next thing that I would ask, well, when is this going to happen? So the Lord said, well, I'm going to give you the signs, but ain't nobody know the day or hour. Verse 8, and he said, take heed that ye be not deceived. That's the first thing he told them, because the Lord understood that you're going to have false prophets, sellout niggas, grievous wolves not sparing the flocks. So that's the first thing he mentioned. He said, don't be deceived. And he said, take heed that ye be not deceived, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ. Many shall come in my name, saying, I am anointed. Many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach. And the time draweth near, go ye not therefore after them. There's all type of judgments going out here. A few weeks ago, I was reading on a news break, the park over there at Maplewood by the bridge. Yeah. There's a big ass shootout over there, man.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah. That was a few weeks ago. Yeah,
couple women, they wasn't even involved. They ended up getting hit, killed. That's bullets do have names on them. That's judgment, though. Whoever perished being innocent.
Brother, that's in the faith that was on Instagram. Had posted. I didn't even know it was here. He had posted it on TikTok. I said New York mass shootout. I said, that's familiar. I said, Rochester. I tapped on it and said, Rochester. I said, this happened here. I didn't even know.
That was a major shootout.
Yeah.
But I guess Wicked Kathy Hochul deemed it as not a mass shooting and didn't meet the criteria.
Because it was Jakes. It was niggas.
I heard it wasn't really shooting. They were just shooting for fun. They were just doing it. It wasn't like they had no beef out there. That's where the story comes. They were just out there shooting.
Niggas.
See, Jake was just being wild bullets, man.
Just had guns and wanted to show them off.
Well, it's the park, summertime, so you gotta imagine people feeling good the weekend. Couple drinks, couple blunts.
Yeah. Speaking of niggas, you know what I'm thinking? I think, just me, I think sometimes Esau telling them,
Esau even has some shit. It showed you online that how Edomite, he can put a mask on. He'll look just like a Jake.
Jake, yeah.
So he could do that. He could rob a bank and frame a Jake. Go to a rival gang and shoot somebody.
Yeah, that's how they started the wars. That's how the Bloods and the Crips was formed. I think they did that.
That makes sense.
Yeah. They just had a video with a migrant that had got arrested.
Yeah,
he walked into this family's backyard with an assault rifle or some shit. But the dad actually saw him and was able to tackle his ass and shit before he actually got a chance to discharge the weapon. And when he got arrested, I guess he told them that he was let out of jail, and they told him for him in order to get out, that's what he would have to do.
Oh, wow.
From this country.
So sleeper cells there.
From this country, was in jail. The country said, you don't come to America.
Yeah.
This is what you need to do.
Which a lot of those guys they're either ex-cons or, got released from prison or were in the gang. That's kind of your only route down there, because growing up down there is rough.
Yeah. You're under the dirt poor.
Yeah, these Americans, they're pussified, man.
Yeah.
They have internet, they have Uber Eats, they have Grubhub, DoorDash. Yeah. They can just sit home, play video games, get food dropped off to the front door, man. They good. Yeah. Meanwhile, the other countries, you have people taking showers outside. They got to go get their water. You gotta start fires and shit.
Gotta walk up to 5 miles to get water.
People here are obese. Ain't nobody walking. There's a study that came out that once you hit the age 30, probably most likely in America, you will never sprint in your life again. So you think these people gonna go to war? They're not gonna make it, man. You know, which is why the Spirit got us into what? Working out. Pastor Gabar is doing what? Taking videos of walks with the weighted vest. You see? Because in the days to come, you might have to what? You might have to flee. You ain't gonna just be able to sit in your damn house. You know? Especially you hear neighbors scream and shit. You know?
That's why I think when my car was having issues, Lord had me walk. I did a lot of walking. Walking around the neighborhood, I ain't do that. Wow. Man, you know what I'm saying? Walking, I was doing that a lot.
My last gig I had, that shit put my ass clean and shit, boy. You know what I'm saying? That's why I started back. You know what I'm saying? I feel good. And it sparked something. I'm like, yo, man, your ass is getting fat. You're getting lazy. That's why y'all these aches and pains, you fucking dormant. Just sitting there.
Yeah, man, you have to meditate, which is what praying, getting the scriptures. You got to stretch. We're only getting older here in captivity. You got to make sure you're hydrated, and you got to work. You got to work out. You know, some form of. That's why the Lord gave us these jobs. I know it's my job. You know, they have positions where they need guys to always move, and they always pick me. But really, that's the Spirit. You know.
Well, a lot of these cats be underestimating the working man. This back in the world years ago when I was with you. And Jake's trying to rob this white construction worker, man. And the motherfucker was strong as hell. He took out that hammer he had, he whacked the niggas in the head with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But that's a working man. He got calluses. You out here pitching drugs, you ain't doing nothing. This man up here knocking in nails and doing demos. You know what I'm saying?
You know, it's like a lot of working men, their hands are heavy, they feel like steel. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you punch you, man, it's a wrap.
Right.
Your ass going to sleep.
I
You know?
know.
Which I'm sorry, but I know you brothers are in. But it'd be wise to get into things like boxing, you know,
Right.
jiu-jitsu, martial arts.
Exactly.
You know, some brothers may be in different things, but they know how to defend themselves.
Right.
You know, we're men. As a man, you're supposed to know these things. They're not going to teach you this shit in school.
Nah.
You know, these things you learn growing up in the streets. But you may know how to fight, but it's a difference between learning and actual combat arts. You see what I'm saying?
More skillful with it.
What they say is the difference between a boxer and a street fighter.
Yep.
Like, you can slug it out. But true indeed, because even with street fighting, there's no rules. So I might gouge your eyes out. You might not be ready for that. You might put your esophagus out.
Kick you in the nuts.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Bruce Lee even said it. He said you got to be unconventional.
Yep.
Like that scene with Braithwaite. When he Braithwaite charged at him, jumped, and he went down the ground and kicked him in his nuts.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Bite.
saying?
Like,
He
you know,
can bite, yeah.
yeah.
He bit Bolo.
Yep.
He bit Bolo ankle.
That's a fight for your life.
Yeah.
People like, man, you had to bite me. You be like, motherfucker, fight for my life.
I think you took him off me, right?
I remember when I was young, they had this Jake with dreads. This is why I knew not to have long hair. He got into an altercation with this other dude with a you know, didn't have any hair. And the dude got a hold of his hair, started punching the shit out of him, whooping his ass, pulled his damn dreads out. And, you know, like, damn, man. But that's really the Spirit, though. Because it's war.
All fair and love and war.
You know, when you go to the military, they make you cut your shit, man.
Yeah,
You know?
military.
Which this is the Lord's spiritual military. You know, he said an exceeding great army stood upon their feet.
I used to be, when I had my braid, I was kind of attached to it, but after a while, man, I said, you know, like, Apostle Tar said, you know, he gave me, I wasn't even part of GMS, but, you know, I still cut my, I said, no, I'm cutting my braids. Yeah, I said,
Well, really, that falls back on the women. The women love men with long hair so they can play in it and braid it and do all that shit. And dudes keep it because it attracts the women. A lot of times.
Exactly.
That's why they have it.
Yeah, that's one of the only reasons. You know, because I remember before the truth I had hair, I cut that shit off instantly. You know?
Mine would never grow too big. I get a little afro, I get my little braids and stuff, but it would never grow long. So I just gave up at one point. I said, fucking ain't meant like one side would grow long. I said, man.
Back in Luke 21 and verse 8, and he said, take heed that ye be not deceived, for many shall come in my name saying I am anointed. So there's going to be many wolves in sheep's clothing. You know, oh hell, they're gonna tell you to take the see it, man. You know, tell you it's for your own good. You can take it. It's not the it's not the mark of the beast. It's go ahead and take it. You know. Verse 9. But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified. So we're gonna keep hearing of wars and commotions, but this ain't terrifying us, man. When we hear about the 48ers in Persia over there, you know, we understand, like, yes.
Yes.
Right.
When you hear that ties between Gog and Magog and Persia is strengthening, you praising Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because you understand we're that close to the end.
I never thought that destruction and terror and mass destruction was a good thing.
Right.
I can't
That's the lesson. That's a video title. You know. Verse it says, for these things must first come to pass. So the Lord, like, look, first they're gonna be false prophets, wolves in sheep clothing. Then you'll hear about wars and rumors of wars. That's got to come to pass, right? Then he said unto them, nation shall rise against nation. You got the whole shit in Ukraine, which now Ukraine did a surprise attack on Gog and Magog, where they actually entered Russia. So shit is about to pop, you know. So the Lord's gonna put an evil thought in their head, man. Like this is the West's fault. This is the horror fault, you know. So these nations that possess nukes, they're gonna shoot them over here, man. Nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places. Japan, California, that's diverse places, man.
Right.
Different parts of the country, all over the world, really. You know, and pestilence. We just talked about the sloth strain in the UK, the monkey dance in Hamland, Africa, which now is in the States. I believe Texas and Wisconsin. You know, and fearful sights and great signs shall they be from heaven. I was at work, and two of my lessons during, because you know, work overnights. During two of my lessons, I'm out there, and the moon is red. What is that? Blood moon. Fearful sight from heaven. You know, or solar eclipses, or you know.
I think it was one thing last week. I think it was kind of reddish, like.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, I looked up though. I took a picture of it. You know. Matter of fact, let's get that.
Rooting for that LP, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Come on, let's go. Come over here, man. Please. As soon as I hear a first person with that over here, I'm like,
I believe there is, if I'm not mistaken.
oh,
There's one been in New York State.
Oh, okay.
There was one in New York State.
yeah, that was like,
months ago.
months ago. But yeah, we're talking about, like, again, it's a new
Yeah.
strain, you know what I'm saying?
Huh?
It's a new strain,
It's a
yes,
new
new
one?
strain, yup.
Oh man, I didn't know about that. You know?
Oh yeah, it resurfaced in the Congo Republic in Africa, and also I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe I read it's in Wisconsin and Texas. It's in the States.
Okay.
The hand be doing weird shit. They be eating them monkeys. God knows what else they be doing with them.
Right, but you know, that's, they've been doing that for years. That's real gangster.
Yeah. It's like with the whole HIV/AIDS. They was trying to say it started in Africa. That was over.
Fauci.
The missionaries. Man, so
This is the book of Acts, chapter 2, and verse 20. Acts 2, verse 20. The sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before that great and notable day of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai comes. So there's going to be solar eclipses, blood moons. And this year, early back in April, you had what? The Great American Eclipse. You know, and it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord, all right, which we call upon that in the Hebrew, or the Lashawan Kodash, the Holy Tongue, which is Yahweh, which means He exists or He is to be. Yahweh Shai, He delivers. You know, you have to pray to the Father in the name of the Son. Bahashem means in the name. Okay, so we say Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash, the Holy Spirit. You know, it says, whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be saved, ye men of Israel. So that's the cut right there. It's only to our nation. A lot of people, they want to try to graft themselves in. All right, you were never part of the fold. The Lord did say, I have other sheep which are not part of this fold, but it really that was going into the northern kingdom. Because who was He talking to at that time? The Jews, the southern kingdom. You know?
Laying back on what you said, that was Bill Gates, but that's what America has done for fucking decades, man. You know what I'm saying? With the Tuskegee experiment, with the syphilis, even with the C-19, they were trying to say that leaked out of the laboratory. It wasn't from the back, consuming the Edomite. I mean, the Moabites been doing that for centuries too. Bats and all kind of weird shit. So it's these mad scientists, man, that's pushing all these pessimists out here, man.
What they actually, just like you said, the mad scientist, because that's what he is. He actually have labs where these scientists works night and day to develop these things. You know, they've been experimenting with them, releasing them here and there. Like even going back years ago with the what they said the guy was off bath salts. He started chewing that man's face in Miami. That could have been some shit that Esau released. You know.
Even that when I put in the chat for Obama on the zombie doing country is so very like East Indian country, Elon country, like a zombie and shit. And then it was another one I had when it was like on some facility, and it was do like a zombie all out and shit. But then you never could find that video online. You know what I'm saying? So this is what Esau was doing, creating. That's why when you watch like stuff movie, Resident Evil type stuff,
Jake's acting crazy. Remember the nigga with the dreads got all close to you?
Yeah.
This nigga just got all, you know, I was talking, I happened to look over, he all, you know, like,
yeah.
Man, you roll my damn back, bro. What you doing? Back in the day, I mean, you used to just make room, right? Like,
Yeah.
You don't be up all up on no man like that.
Right, which we ain't taking up.
Elbow, nigga.
You know, we ain't taking up the, you know.
God damn, nigga was all on me, bro. I can catch one, man.
I seen that. Yeah.
Stupid ass zombie looking niggas, man.
It's that sauce.
Yeah. Zombified.
Yeah.
This is Matthew 24, verse 22. It reads, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So the Lord is speeding up the time, which is why, a couple months, a couple weeks, you're in September. Okay? A couple months after that, you're in the days of the election, which the pestilence is well timed because the election is right here. You know? So we don't know if they're going to suspend the elections and keep Sleepy Creepy in there, or put Cackling Camera in there, or put the actor Nero, DJ Trump in there. We don't really know. You know, I speak as a man. I think Trump has the best chance of getting in there. But at the end of the day, these people are selected. They're not elected. They're gonna, whoever they want to be in there, that's who's gonna get in there. And whatever they want them to do, that's what they're gonna do.
You know what I think, though? They using Trump to stir up this racial tension. So when he don't get in there, that's gonna kick the shit off. Because if Kamala get in there, the Democrats ain't threatening about overthrowing the government and going on a civil war. The Democrats is dormant. They ain't threatening nothing. It's these Republicans. If Trump don't get in there, I'm telling you, it's gonna be some shit.
Or imagine he get in there and something happens to him.
Right. You know what I mean? I think more or less they gonna be up because they already think that he got cheated out the last one with Biden. So if he don't get in there, I think that's gonna start this. They really want him in there, man. You know what I mean? Like it's real. for if he don't get in there. They're not saying that about Kamala, Biden don't get in there. We gonna storm the Capitol.
Right. Nobody. Right. Nobody cares about that. They call it the Hope, Joe and the Hope.
Yeah. They gonna Trump.
Notice you don't happen to Biden. You don't see him nowhere on the since they say he's.
Then they say he also had the 19th then, right? They said he had that recently. You know.
But I want to see these rough and tough Edomites talking all this shit. I want y'all to do it, please. That's why I don't want them to get in there, because I want them to do what they say they're gonna do. Start a civil war, please. Let's get this shit ramped up, man. Let's tired of this place.
Push the button.
Push the button, Edom.
Stop kicking the can.
You sit on rush hour, push the button.
Fucking selling wolf tickets, man. Push the button.
It's Matthew 24:21. For then shall be great tribulation. Right, you got the different robot dogs. Yeah. There's an episode on the show Black Mirror. You can check that out on Netflix. Called Metalhead, where they got the robot dogs just out murdering shit, man. They actually got that. Yep. Moab got it. Esau got it in the States. He got it in the UK. Yeah. Different parts of Hamland. Eater robots that feed on human flesh. They're going to be released on the public. This is going to make it a terrible time, because what? The technology that they have now is far more terrible. Yeah. Nuclear destruction, that's terrible, man. Chemical fire, you know, that's not just like you getting burned on you know.
What the scriptures say, a newly created creature.
Yep.
It's a machine.
Just like one of the brothers, I think, Inspiration Motivation, he put up another post like a few days ago. Esau got these little drones, little micro drones, and then they'll chase you down and shit, and they accurate too, man. They'll shoot you. They can hit you and like pinpoint you and like hit you in your head. Like they'll catch you and do headshots. They spawn like this. They fast. And they'll give them a demonstration. Man, listen, we ain't gonna make it, man. You ain't got your house shot, man. And they got other drones too. They were showing the ones that they'll hunt you down and shit. And once they contact with you, they're gonna go up on you.
So what's gonna be the equalizer? Spiritual power.
Right.
It's gonna have to be. You know. Yeah, Most High is going to lift up a standard, because when you read 2nd Exodus 13, it talks about the second coming of Yahweh Shai, right? But then later in the chapter it says how that, you know, they brought some people to Yahweh Shai, some bound, some captive, some happy, some sad. Who brought them? The elect, the men with spiritual power. You know, so shit's going to happen somewhere in the midst of the chaos. Most High is going to lift up that standard, man. You know? This is Matthew 24:21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. So great tribulation. Many, in 2nd Esdras it says many great miseries. Like I said earlier, homelessness is increasing. Pestilences, drug abuse, you know, raping, civil war, explosions, terror, things that like this happen in the Middle East like every day, man. These people over here, they're pussified. They're not ready for what's coming. You know, so it's like, imagine you walk up to somebody, you give their ass the right hook, you hitting them off guard, you're gonna knock them out. So this is what's gonna happen to these Babylonians. Most High is gonna hit them off guard with prophecy.
Most of it, like camps, like I see these camps that's sitting on their leaves, having parties and just having fun.
Well, they're in the house of feasting. You know, you're in the house of mirth when the mirth of the land is gone. Yeah. All right, the dollar's collapsing. Everybody's out here. It's in the spirit. Everybody out here, if you see them, they got a fucked up countenance on them. Yeah. You know, because they're struggling one way, either mentally or financially, spiritually. You know.
Like elements. My childhood friend, she just passed cancer. I mean, but she couldn't stop smoking them Black and Miles and cigarettes and shit. We've been smoking them since we was teenagers. I've been stopped smoking that shit. So imagine her lungs. Ugh.
Which, why do people so-called smoke? Because they're stress So they say, but that only adds to your stress because it creates what? More health problems, thus creating more stress.
Exactly.
You know, and you go into the damn store, the pack of cigarettes like what, $20, 16, maybe more. The shit's high. The shit is expensive.
That should make you want to stop.
You know.
Right.
And then there's all type of warnings when you go in the store and shit. You
It
know.
tells you right on the package, the Surgeon General cause cancer. I mean, I just smoke blacks. They're saying blacks is not as dangerous as cigarettes.
Tobacco.
Yeah, so it's not
And
dangerous.
it tastes like a cigar. It's a cigar. It's supposed to and it tastes and blow it out. But we was inhaling this, not knowing.
Yeah, not knowing. Yeah, our people. You got this nigga Kodak Black. He got iced out black and mild tips. So that whole culture is promoted.
Right,
You know,
right.
it's
Glamorized.
It's glamorized. It's the thing to do.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Back in Matthew 24:21, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. Right? Because you know what that cuts? These guys, they're saying that in the kingdom, Russia's going to come up against us. It says no, nor ever shall be. Okay, so when we get into power on this earth with Yahweh Shai, no nation is going to come up against us. And Isaiah says no feller is going to come up against them. You know?
Like Gorilla Hebrew, he going off again. You talking about
2/3?
2/3 things again. Like, it's like they doing it on purpose. Like, you know they took the bag.
I tried to watch it, but I couldn't. I was like, man, let me turn this shit off.
Yeah.
This is bullshit.
But he said what?
About 2/3. That's going to be
In the wilderness, right?
Wilderness.
We're gonna put them in the
to
wilderness
purge, yeah,
and
that's what we're gonna
give them the laws, pretty much.
Yep.
What? Where? In the Bible say that?
Nah, that's what Gorilla Hebrew.
When you
Yeah, I know. I'm
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
where do you get that shit?
when you read Zechariah 13:8, which I'm gonna just get it in the Good News translation, it literally, you know, certain translations just make it more plain. You know, just like in this translation, Proverbs 30:20, it says, "This is how an adulterous woman acts. She will eat and take a bath and say I ain't do nothing."
Right.
You know, it's plain.
Right.
You know,
Right.
just telling you.
I don't understand, man.
Even if she got caught, so like, that's just the normal. She'll do all this dirty shit, come home and honey, I'm home, and even if like the video, the brother put up. She got caught and still was just adamant on it.
Prideful.
Bye, Craig.
Right.
Yes.
That's why Jacob's show is gonna be so great. Paint, it's gonna be a picture well painted.
Now check this out. This is Zechariah 13:8, the Good News translation. All right. And throughout the land, 2/3 of the people will die. That's plain. You know, it don't say we're gonna bring them to the wilderness and give them the laws. You know. And I will test the third that survives and will purify them as silver is purified by fire. I will test them as gold is tested. That's what? During the time of Jacob's trouble, our temptation, you're being tested. Even right now, you go through different trials, tribulations, you know, things of that nature. You're being tested, you know? It says, then they will pray to me, and I will answer them. I will tell them that they are my people, and they will confess that I am their power. So it's really plain, man. You know, the 2/3 of our people, they're not going to make it. Because you know what else cuts that? And Isaiah says a portion of them were blinded. Let's see what that says.
So he's saying that in that particular time of Jacob's trouble, that's when, like when, you know, all hell breaks loose, we're going to be in the wilderness.
Yeah, the 2/3 gonna get their judgment there. You know
Get
something?
their judgment there.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, that's crazy.
Deceivers, man. Well, and then the whole time he's teaching, you got a hat on. Scripture says you shouldn't be prophesying with your head covered. A hat on, drinking Coke, Pepsi, eating Taco Bell and shit. You know?
rebellious on purpose.
This is Isaiah chapter 6. He might be a damn Ishmaelite. You know?
I just think he walks down to me too.
This is Isaiah 6 and verse 9. So he told me to go and give the people this message. No matter how much you listen, you will not understand. No matter how much you look, you will not know what is happening. So this is what's happening to 2/3 of our people. You know, they might hear it, but they ain't gonna ever understand it. They might look and see world news, things of that nature, but they not gonna get, oh, these are signs that lead up to the second coming. You know? Then say he to me, make the minds of these people dull like a dullard. Apostles going into a dullard, which is a slow, stupid person. You know? Make the minds of these people dull, their ears deaf, and their eyes blind, so that they cannot see or hear or understand. If they did, they might turn to me and be healed. So the Lord got them in that state so they would not turn to be healed. So because they can't turn to be healed, then the only thing left for them is to be killed. You know? 11, I asked, how long will it be like this, Lord? He answered, until the cities are ruined and empty, until the houses are uninhabited, until the land itself is a desolate wasteland. That's the nuclear destruction. You know, that's when the Lord's gonna put the they live classes on them. You know, but that is gonna be, at that point, it's gonna be way too late.
That's when the demons gonna come off and they gonna be like, oh, I get it. Yeah, you get it. hey, what did Bardock say when he was in that ball of fire with freezer falling? He said, I see you.
Yep.
That's what they gonna be saying. I see you.
Yep.
That's when gonna be the time when the prophets gonna be talking about the strangers. They're gonna be looking for answers. They're gonna be able to find them.
Oh, now I'm glad you mentioned that. Famine of the word.
That's Amos 8:11, right?
Because not only is it going to be a famine of food and water, but also of hearing the words of the Lord. You know how we feel when we come out here. You feel recharged, energized. So you need to hear these words. So imagine these people. They're going to want the word so bad and not be able to get it. It's going to be a terrible feeling. You know, they're going to, a lot of these people, I believe they're going to snap and go to these churches and look for their pastor that deceived them. Start putting their ass and their family to death.
So that's what the country singer was saying. He touched on it a little bit. Tucker Carlson, the interview, where he was like, it's just crazy though that people think that the rapture is going to involve them. You know, we know it ain't no rapture. But he's saying they're not telling them what's going to happen before all that time happens. Pretty much, the second coming of Hamashiach.
Right, because under that teaching, under that doctrine, a lot of people believe what? You're just going to get one day, the Lord just going to take you.
Right.
But there's no beheading, hour of temptation.
Right.
There's no test in that.
Right.
Scripture says we're going to be tested.
Right.
You know?
What do they say? They always teach the prosperity doctrine. They always pushing Jesus loves, God loves, come as you are. Give me this tithe money, and no miracles will happen.
Our people don't really they don't see something wrong with that. They never got the clue like, something ain't right. I read the scriptures, and I read, even though you might not have a complete understanding, but you will see something that's kind of like, it's not saying what the Bible's saying. Right. It's something they don't get a clue. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. FYI, the bling preacher, I think he got 9 years in prison. I know. I think it's something about concerned with the money. He was doing something illegal with the money.
Yes.
The bling pastor, he got 9 years in prison.
Is that the one where the guy ran in his church and
the man did robbed the man in the church, took his $1 million in jewelry.
Damn.
What you doing with $1 million in jewelry? Guys,
wow.
Come to find out, I heard he set that up.
Oh wow, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Crooked.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 12, and verse 1. Book of Daniel 12 and 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And this is Michael the archangel. This is not Yahushua, right? Michael the archangel and Yahushua are not the same. Yahushua is the son of Yahweh, all right? Michael the archangel is the one of the top warrior angels, man, that the Lord's going to use to protect the Israelites during the time of Jacob's trouble, which Jacob's trouble is going to end up being everybody's trouble, man.
Right.
You know, which says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as was never since there was a nation. So this is what Yahushua said. You know, that's what he said in Matthew 12 and 1. I'll read it again. This is Daniel 12, verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. So that's the only specific nation. So the angels, so these people, just like it says in Wisdom of Solomon, they shall see the strangeness of thy salvation. You're going to only see a certain people being protected too, sheltered too, from the said calamities, and that's going to really fuck people up. Like, damn, why?
That's racist.
Yep. You know, like, why are they getting to eat?
Right.
Why are they getting to drink?
Right.
You know, why ain't that bear trying to attack him?
Right.
You know.
Where hast thou loved us?
You know.
That spirit ain't gonna be here.
We're about to show them a lot of love in that day.
It says, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as was never since there was a nation, even to that same time, and at that time thy people shall be delivered. So even in the midst of this chaos that's coming, all right, in the midst of destruction is going to be deliverance. You know? Every one that shall be found written in the book. I'm going to get. You got something?
Book of Psalms. Psalms chapter 91.
Oh, it's the spirit.
Verse 1. He that dwelleth in the secret places of the Most High.
We gonna end it there, because I was going there anyway.
Shall abide under the shadows of the Almighty.
Right, and the secret place of the Most High is really what? This truth. You know, because going back to Isaiah 33 verse 6, knowledge and wisdom is going to be the stability of thy times. You knowing the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, having faith, all right, hoping for salvation, hoping for mercy. You know, faith is the substance of things hoped for. We hope to be delivered. We have knowledge of who our enemy is. We have knowledge of the right name to call upon. We have knowledge of the prophecies. These things are going to keep us stable. Just like it says in Esdras, even in those days, be as pilgrims on the earth. You know, so you understand these things, okay? And that's what's going to keep you in a stable spirit. You know.
High shall abide under the shadows of the Almighty. I will say of the Almighty, He is my refuge and my fortress, my Yahweh. In Him will I trust.
Right, our trust is not in man, it's not in weaponry. You know, you have Israelites that they be out on the highways and hedges, but they have guns on the hip or knives. They're carnal. Long rifles, assault rifles, shotgun, all type of shit, man. Armed security out at camp with the megaphones. That's because they're in the spirit of carnality. All right, when you read the Corinthians, Paul said the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. You know, our weapons are spiritual weapons: prayer, fasting, reading. You know.
I think I just saw one. So currently had jumped back on my YouTube timeline. I clicked on it because I seen the motherfuckers with the long rifles. They liken the fact that them having weapons at camp in the time, I think, was it Nehemiah, when they was building up the wall and they was
They had the build and had the sword.
and the sword. So I think they put that to them doing the work with the weapons.
But really, that's stupid, because what did the Lord say? Be wise as serpents and harmless as doves.
Right.
You know, you're in Esau's kingdom. You know his blessing is a sword. So pretty much you're challenging this man's system.
Yeah.
You know, because if a cop come up and pop your ass, he pops on your massy for what, a pot of boiling water.
Right.
You think they won't pop your ass for having,
Right. And I've already seen videos where Jake tried to exercise his open carry rights and it don't go well.
Nope.
But as soon as Esau see Jake, you already a weapon, Jake.
Yep.
Your skin color a weapon. The hatred they have for you is a weapon. You know what I mean? So you with an assault rifle. Remember the Jake in Walmart? I think it was like one of the air guns in there.
Yep. It's an air gun.
Fuckers ran in there and killed that man.
Yep.
Killed that young man. Didn't know if the gun was real or not. They just assumed, oh, he's a mass shooter in Walmart.
It's crazy how you saw weaponize your own skin complexion. He's the devil.
That's why David said, "I will not trust in my bow, neither will my sword save me." You know, because so our brother might have a little protection for his house.
Right.
We don't got it at camp.
Right.
We ain't putting our trust in that.
Yeah.
We call upon Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Right.
You know.
They had got on the Pope about that years ago. He's riding around in that bulletproof window, that caravan. Yep. They was like, "Well, where's your faith at, Pope?" You know what I'm saying? So come on, brothers. Y'all in the truth and y'all don't understand that concept. Is that it's the Lord's will. Whatever gonna happen to you, gonna happen to you. You can get killed with your own gun on you, dummy.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because first of all, you gotta chamber it. So if somebody come up already chambering, they start shooting your dumb ass. I mean, what the fuck?
Overall, it's not Jake's blessing. This is why when there's a shooting, whoever Jake is aiming for don't get hit. Right. Always somebody that's innocent gets hit.
They don't know how to shoot.
Niggas don't know how to shoot, man. Esau is training as we speak. Look, that's the spirit. Somebody shot a fucking paintball at that window.
Oh, wow.
You know? On some 8 Mile shit.
Right. Well, I say niggas don't know how to aim.
Yeah, they don't know how to aim.
Shoot. They don't know how to aim.
You know, well, they're not on the level of Esau with it, man.
Right.
Because that's not Jake's blessing. Which you do have some Jakes that might have been in the army and they have got good. Because Jake is just naturally, he can become great at anything. But the gun is not our blessing, man.
I think it is a Jake that he was named one of the top snipers. I think Flabbin, one of his hosts was interviewing him. I forget his name. It's a light-skinned Jake with dreads, but he was like one of the top snipers in U.S. history. Nice with it.
A lot of Jakes. You'll be surprised.
Yeah.
You got what, the DC shooter?
Sniper.
Christopher Durner.
Yeah.
These were men in Esau's military that became great.
Right.
Learned how to use the weapons.
Yeah.
You know?
That's Jake can sell at everything. Whatever you can do, I can do better.
The average Jake out here, these niggas, they don't have the... Well, now since the technology's increased, the guns you got, Esau not worried about that shit. Right. He has microwavable weapons. He got those drones. He don't even have to send a troop in them. He can send drones over there. You know, one bomb, drop that shit. Boom. You know? Oh, quick precept. This is Psalms 44 and verse 4. Psalms 44 and 4. Thou art my king of power. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, command deliverances for Jacob. It doesn't say for Esau. Don't say for any other nation. You know, because this is a time of our deliverance as a nation. You know, it's going to start with the elect, though. You know, 5. Through thee will we push down our enemies. Through thy name will we tread them under that rise up against us. So it's only by the name. It ain't even about carnal weaponry. You know, when David went up against Goliath, he overcame Goliath with the name.
Right.
You know, it wasn't really the stone. You know. Verse 6. For I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me. But thou hast saved us from our enemies and hast put them to shame that hated us. You know, and that's how it's going to happen. Call them upon that name. Yep, go ahead.
I got a script. This is Psalms 144, a psalm of David. Blessed be Yahweh, my strength, who teacheth my hands to war and my fingers to fight.
And that's what? Now, how that's going to come about in this time is the Most High giving his men spiritual power. All right, because just like you said earlier, we are already a weapon. Because he said in Jeremiah, I will make the battle axe and weapons of war. So even we're being made like that right now. Like you got dudes that's got this movie on Netflix called, I believe it's called Benchman, right? Well, pretty much the movie, right? He was working for his brother. His brother's a loan shark, you know, and he fucked up on the mission. And the heat would have came on his brother, so his ass got put in prison.
I seen that.
But in prison, he became, you know, he became a weapon.
Killer. Yeah.
But that's what the Lord is doing us with the trials and tribulations out here. You be getting the spirit like fuck it.
Yeah.
Like you got brothers that don't deal with women. You're in a eunuch spirit, or you're maintaining a certain diet. You have a certain workout regimen, because you're being put through trials and tribulations to form you into an actual weapon.
Force them to become a man.
Yeah.
Killer.
Yep.
That's because you can't survive inside their mentality out here. You have to kind of become institutionalized in a sense to survive there. That don't mean you dip and dive in all manner of wickedness, but I mean, if somebody gonna try you for any little thing, you gotta make it known. Nigga, I ain't the one. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be quick. I'm gonna do something to you. I'm not gonna be no pushover. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm gonna finish
Fucking Eve. Emotional as hell.
But it says, this is the point you said, it's the name. It says, my goodness and my fortress, my high tower, and my deliverer, my shield, and he in whom I trust, who subdueth my people under me.
Right. You know, so through that name. But that's where our power comes from. You know, that's where our deliverance comes from.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shall thou trust in his truth. Shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night.
Right, so we're not afraid of the terror by night. All right, because when you watch that movie I Am Legend, you know, when the night came, he said he got in the tub, got locked all up. You know, it shows you he had a sense of terror on him. You know, but the scripture says in I believe it says in Job that we're gonna laugh at their calamity. We're gonna mock them. All right, actually in Job it says that destruction and famine thou shalt laugh. You know, I'm gonna get it real quick. This is Job 5 and 19. It goes right with this chapter. Book of Job 5, verse 19. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, and in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. And that's what the nuclear missiles. You know, because the elect are going to be caught up on a chariot as those nukes are coming. The Lord's going to send his angels to deliver. You know,
They call it a clutch. You know, if you ever drove a manual transmission, you have to let go of the gas and engage the clutch at the same time to get it to first gear. So it's going to be a clutch moment. As soon as the missiles come, boom. You know what I mean?
then you notice that every time Lois Lane about to get ready to hit that pavement, Superman just come and grab her. At the next thing you know, you like she flying in her air.
Right,
You know?
right,
But hey, she almost a couple of inches hitting that pavement. You know?
The righteous shall scarcely be saved.
Say it, yo.
That's how it says in Peter's.
That's the last moment.
You know, by the hair of your chin.
Yup.
You know, just barely making it. You know, so how the hell these people gonna fare out here? It ain't gonna do so well. You know, back in Job 5:21, thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. There it goes. So we're not gonna be afraid at the destruction, man. Now, of course, you might have, you know, of course you might get scared, you might be frightened, but ultimately we're gonna understand that okay, this is we've been talking about this shit. It's happening. You know. 22. At destruction and famine, thou shalt laugh. So we're gonna be in the spirit of mirth,
Right.
mocking these people, laughing, high spirits, man.
Yeah.
You know. Neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth, because they're gonna get out. These animals, you know, lions, tigers, bears, bobcats, hyenas, packs of wild dogs, 20 dogs in the pack chasing motherfuckers. You just laughing at them, you know. For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. So-called animal, how you say it? Charisma. You know, you just good with animals. Animals just come up to you, you know. But even animals you would never expect. Like it shows you that in The Walking Dead, this man had a pet tiger. I believe it was a tiger or a lion, one of them. But anyway, he kept it as his pet, an Israelite man. And his name was Ezekiel. You know?
What was the guy named? The dog whisperer?
Yep.
He ever fucking whisper to these motherfuckers like, yo, sit your ass down.
He was an Issachar too.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, he's so-called Mexican.
Yeah.
You know, so in those times, man, you know, we got good things coming. We just gotta wait till this shit happen for it to happen.
Exactly.
You know?
Nor the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor
we call it out again.
the book of Psalms, chapter 91, verse 6. Nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness.
Right, there's pestilence. We just talking about the pestilences, man. You know, the MPOX, the sloth strain, you know, the 19 and whatever else Esau decides to unleash. Whoever else the Most High uses him to unleash, you know. Keep going.
Darkness, for nor the destruction that wasteth at noonday.
Right, so the pestilence, the nuclear destruction, no, nothing, you know.
Verse 7. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, 10,000 at thy right hand.
So all around us, you're gonna see motherfuckers dropping like flies, you know, people dying, you know.
That's dog in the street.
A
Over.
a lot of death,
Yeah.
you know. It says 1,000 over here, 10,000 over there, you know. And when you watch a movie, right, and people see a dead body, that puts a spirit on them. Like that does something to them, puts fear on them. You know, just smelling that and seeing that, you know, that could fuck you up. People start vomiting and shit.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
Maggots and shit coming out of them.
But it shall not come nigh thee.
But what?
But it shall not come nigh thee.
So these things ain't gonna come near the elect, man. Is that the part where it says ain't gonna come nigh thy dwelling, or is it still further?
It's a little further.
Oh, okay, all right.
Verse 8. Only with thine eyes shall thou behold and see the reward of the wicked.
Right, because during the time of the great deliverance, second Exodus, all right, the elect are gonna look down and see the reward of the wicked. It's the nuclear destruction. But even before that, you might see motherfuckers, you know, just stressed out in the street.
Yeah, the scripture says the wages of sin is death, so that's your payment.
Yep. You work for it, and that, you know, you got your payout.
That's what you, or the consolation. You go into that, means losing. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So you got your consolation prize. Basically, you already got your reward. You got what's going on.
Yeah.
So that's
By
what you
default.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you lost. You know, that's all you get. You know? Verse 9, because thou hast made the Lord Adonai, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation, there shall no evil befall thee.
Right. My bad. I'm sorry.
Right. Neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling.
Right. So that's what we had during what, the 19th. We understood scriptures like that, and many other scriptures that okay, there's pestilence out here, but it's not going to come nigh our dwelling. You know, none of us brothers got that jump shot. None of our children, even our wives didn't even get sick.
Right, exactly.
With some brothers that may have did get sick, you have the herbs. The Most High gave us knowledge of different herbs to heal ourselves.
Right.
All right, so that could have been a test. All right, but we didn't go down to Esau.
Right.
We called upon the Lord and put our trust in the Lord. You know, so we didn't have to take that jump shot. So it's gonna happen again. You know, Revelation says, because thou hast been patient, roughly paraphrasing, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation. So you have men that were going to be kept during that time, man. I mean, they're going to be protected, you know, guided. You know, the Lord say, I will guide you, you know. Is that it on that?
Yep.
All right. With that, I'm going to close it. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Wadash, and say shalom to the hopeful elect.
Shalom.